The night a stranger saved him, or was it an angel? Some moments in life feel too perfect to be accidents, too precise to be coincidences, and too powerful to be anything but God. This is the story of a man who met someone on a dark road, a stranger who vanished as mysteriously as he appeared. And after that night, his faith was never the same. His name was Samuel, a quiet, hardworking man who rarely expected anything unusual to happen to him. He lived an ordinary life, followed an ordinary routine, and prayed ordinary prayers. But one night, everything changed. Samuel was driving home late after a long day. The road was empty, the sky dark, and rain fell so heavily that he could barely see the windshield. His phone battery was dead, and there were no houses or shops around, just miles of lonely highway. Halfway through the drive, his car made a strange sound. He tried to keep going, but within seconds, the engine died completely. The car rolled to a stop on the side of the road. Samuel sat there in silence, frustrated, tired, and suddenly afraid. No signal, no cars passing, no one to call, just darkness, rain, and the unsettling feeling of being stranded. He stepped out of the car, hoping to see light somewhere, but there was nothing, just endless black on both sides of the road. Then, out of the darkness, a pair of headlights appeared. A truck slowed down and parked behind him. A tall man got out, wearing a simple raincoat. Samuel didn't hear the car approach, didn't see it on the horizon. It was just suddenly there. The stranger walked toward him and asked in a calm voice, "Engine trouble?" Samuel nodded, surprised but relieved. The man told him to open the hood. He didn't introduce himself. He didn't ask questions. He just started working on the engine like he already knew exactly what to do. Rain poured down harder, but the stranger didn't seem bothered. His movements were quick and confident. After a few minutes, he looked at Samuel and said, "Try it now." Samuel stepped inside the car and turned the key. The engine roared back to life instantly, strong, smooth, as if nothing had ever been wrong. He jumped out to thank the stranger, but the man was already walking back to his truck. Samuel called out, "Wait, at least tell me your name." The man paused, looked back with a gentle smile, and said, "You're not alone tonight. Drive safe." Then he got into his truck. Samuel turned to close the hood, and when he looked back again, the truck was gone. Not driving away, not fading into the distance, just gone. No headlights, no sound, no tire marks on the wet road. All that was left was the rain and the hum of Samuel's perfectly working engine. He stood there frozen, trying to understand what just happened, trying to make sense of a moment that defied explanation. When he finally got home, he told his mother what happened. She listened quietly, then said, "Sometimes God sends help in ways we don't expect." But Samuel couldn't sleep that night, not because he was scared, but because he felt something he had never felt before, a certainty that God was closer than he ever realized. For weeks, he replayed the moment in his mind, how the man appeared without warning, how he knew exactly what to fix, how he disappeared without leaving a single trace. Was it a stranger? Was it chance? Or was it an angel? The more Samuel thought about it, the more he understood, not every miracle looks like a miracle. Sometimes it looks like a person showing up at the exact moment you need them. Sometimes it sounds like a quiet voice saying, "You're not alone." Sometimes it feels like help that comes out of nowhere and leaves without credit. That night shifted Samuel's entire faith. He prayed differently. He trusted differently. He walked with a deeper awareness that God was not distant. He was present, watching, and sending help in ways the human eye couldn't always explain. Years later, Samuel would say, "My life changed the night God sent someone I was never meant to identify." Because whether it was a man, a messenger, or an angel, one thing was certain: help arrived at the exact moment it was needed. And after that night, Samuel never doubted God's presence again.